everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is covering module 3 of the Fashion Styling Foundations course, which is Career Paths and Professional Practices. If you are new here, I am a former merchandiser and Yellowbrick ambassador. I am currently enrolled in 3 new Yellowbrick courses, and I am taking you guys along through each of them. The first course that I am working on is the Fashion Styling Foundations through FIT and Yellowbrick. I have 2 videos before this for this course. Each course has 5 modules. You can check that out up here on the playlist. And this video is covering the 3rd module. Each module I will do a video, recap, review, and then if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them in the next video. For this module, module 3, guys, it's good. It's really good. It's really good. I honestly finished this module in maybe like an hour and a half. It's so good. There wasn't as much coursework. It was just a lot more videos rather than coursework. So I think that's why I was able to go through it as quickly as I did. But wow, they weren't kidding when they're talking about career paths. They really go into detail of every possible career path for styling, if obviously because we're studying fashion styling in this course, right? But they go over visual merchandising, which I was super excited about. They do food styling, they do prop styling, like if you want to do costume styling, if you want to be on a set and help with styling for a movie or a TV show, if you want to style food for magazines or a show, if you want to do set design, if you want to do merchandising, bridal, mannequin styling. They cover it all in this module. It is insane. And so, like, honestly, such helpful advice. And towards the end for your activity for the module, you have to create a cover letter and a resume, and they go into detail about what to include in your cover letter and resume, how to reach potential clients, what not to do, what to include. Really interesting how to completely like restructure your resume. I feel like a lot of the times resumes are so cut and paste and structural that you think you need to follow a certain format. But with something that's more creative, you can create a resume that's a little bit different. Another thing that I thought was also interesting for this is they were kind of mentioning not to do necessarily a portfolio if you are meeting with an agency or a client, just to bring like your website, mainly more for like an agency, not necessarily a client, because everything's so digital now. They talk about the importance of call sheets and just that everybody has to start somewhere. So always try to be humble, be kind, start out as assistant, because assistants eventually make their way up to a lead. The importance of agents, why you should have that representation, because it makes it easier for you to find more work to fill out your tax info later when you get paid because of W-2s, and how much of a mess that can be if you don't have representation. Baby just woke up. Where you can find artists if you are on set or working on a project. A lot of these career paths are like unionized, which I thought was interesting as well. But another thing that's interesting too is when they were talking about resumes and building not necessarily your portfolio, but your website, like to keep your call sheet so it's easier for payments for you to set up in the future, as well as to build your resume when you want to build your resume or work on your cover letter. None of this getting into the industry do they talk about getting a degree, like a degree is required, which is so interesting because I think we're at a very divided time right now where a lot of job positions still like require degrees, but I feel like I really think that's gonna not be a requirement anymore, because eventually what it comes down to is just experience. Experience is knowledge. Experience is what's going to get your foot in the door, and you're going to be able to prove what you know. But I did think that was really interesting, the fact that they did not mention like degrees when you're building your resume, just mainly like you need to provide your experience, what you have, what you've worked on, what projects you've worked on, and then also portfolios. I mean, for me, I've always talked about merchandising portfolios because that's what I've kind of learned in the past, but now it's kind of like a website. For me as a merchandiser, I'm not currently looking for work. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I can't really create a website and do all of that right now. But I do think that's kind of an interesting perspective. But this was so jam-packed with information. Again, just like the second module, but the second module was different because it was just like, okay, styling, here's the elements, here's what you need to know. But this was like career. Are you serious? Because you're gonna learn everything about how to build that career and how to follow that path and get to where you want to be. Wow. like honestly, very, very informative. Any questions you have or any field that you could think of that could pertain to styling is going to be in this module. It's going to be in here, and they're going to give you really like the tips for resume building. It just really, really great. I really liked this one. I thought I really liked module 2. Module 3 was even better. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and you will see module 4. I can't believe we're already almost done with this course. Good thing I have 2 more. So plenty of Yellowbrick content coming up. Don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.